So, welcome back to my channel, our channel, Life with Paul M. So, today's episode is one that really resonates deeply with me and might with some of you as well. Procrastination. Just the word gives me anxiety. My dad, bless him, God rest his soul, used to call me Mr. Mañana. Why? Because mañana in Spanish is tomorrow. I was always putting things off. Mr. Mañana. What is procrastination to me? Simply putting things off. Why do we put things off? Pretty clear, isn't it? It's not very attractive to us. We can't be bothered. We might not see what's in it for us by doing it. It's not bright and shiny quite often, whatever that task might be. It might be we're having to do something a bit out of our comfort zone. It might take up time. It might take us away from what we really want to do. It might just be a bit lazy sometimes. I know that's me occasionally, lots of times. I got diagnosed with ADHD about 18 months ago, and a big character trait of ADHD is procrastination. But I think all of us, every single person in this world gets a little bit of procrastination. If you're going to score yourself out of 10, what would you give yourself a score in terms of procrastination? 10 being the most, 1 being you hardly ever. I'd probably give myself something between a 7 and an 8, maybe a 6 on a really good day. So we know what procrastination is. We're putting off a task that we can't really be bothered doing. Why? It's not very shiny. It doesn't really appeal to us. We'd rather do something a bit easier, a bit more instant gratification. You know, to do things and grow from things, we've got to invest in what that future might look like. For example, the bamboo tree, if I can get the analogy right, I think it doesn't grow for 6 years. You've got to water it. And I think after 6 years, it grows 60 feet in 6 weeks or something like that. The point of the story is sometimes we've got to do things that we're not going to see the immediate rewards from, or we just can't be bothered, or it's a bit difficult. It's out of our comfort zone. But let me flip it round on its head. How do we feel when we get those tasks done that we've put off and couldn't be bothered doing? We feel 100 times lighter, don't we? And we think it wasn't that bad. Why didn't I do it before? I'm going to get into better routines. And I do believe, a bit like with mindset, is you can get in a better routine. It could be, if there's a certain task to do, count to 3, then do it. Count to 5, then do it. Be non-negotiable. Could be getting out of bed in the morning. You hear your alarm. Many people snooze it 112 times. You hear your alarm. Straight away, 1, 2, 3, up. My dad used to do that, bless him. Might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. You might be 1 snooze and then do it. You know, my dad, bless him, used to call me Mr. Mañana. I was always putting things off. So yeah, procrastination. Ultimately, we're putting things off that very often we have to do eventually. And when we put things off, it sits on our shoulders. We might forget about it. It's in there subconsciously. Or we might remember it every now and then, and it creates an anxious feeling. It's a bit like a plaster on your arm, a band-aid, as you call it in America. What's the easiest way to get it off? And off. Painful, lots of pain. Or painful like heck for about a second. So if we can put that into our mindset of doing the things that we need to do or know that we have to do, but also putting more value on it. If we put more value on it, you know, if you saw a £20 note, if you saw some money in the street and it was under a stone, so it wasn't going to blow away, and it wasn't yours or it was yours, it don't matter. Would you think, I'll come back to that in about 10 minutes. I can't be bothered picking that up. Or would you think, yeah, let's go get that now? Because we're putting value on it, not just monetary, but we're putting value on it. It could be tidying your room. It could be washing up the plates. It could be doing that work assignment you've got to do, that email. It could be calling the electric company, the telephone company to sort out an issue. So many examples of procrastination with me. Oh my goodness. But it's how we put value on it. And again, we can get in that different mindset of doing things a little bit faster and easier. There's a great book called Atomic Habits. And it basically talks about creating new habits in your head of just doing those little things. So thinking you're going to go into the gym for an hour, or go for a run for an hour, or tidy your house up for an hour, or do work emails for an hour on your day off. You can't be bothered a lot of the time. But if you just think, right, I'm just going to wash up 2 knives and a plate in my sink. I'm just going to pick up 3 items of clothing off the floor. I'm just going to do 1 email. I'm just going to go in the gym for 5 minutes. I'm going to do 3 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, whatever it is, and then I'm leaving. Well, guess what? You'll do those 1, 2, 3 things of whatever you're targeting, but you'll end up doing lots more than that. You might not do everything, but you'll do a lot more than that. So it's just about getting your brain in gear, because as you know yourself, once you start doing something, it's not that difficult. For me, it's getting that engine started, even to the state of our phones. I'm sure in 10, 20, 30 years from now, we will find out that our phones have so messed up our brains, our minds, our lives, because we get that dopamine fix. We're looking at really interesting stuff sometimes, cool, but we're often looking at not very important stuff. We're scrolling, doom scrolling as they call it, I think. And we're checking between this and this and this and this and this. So phones must be awful for procrastination. Quite often, and tell me if this is you, I'll pull up from my car, so I've driven wherever, turn the engine off. Before I go out to my house, to wherever I'm going, to the shop, I'll go on my phone. And I'll sit on my phone for sometimes 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes longer before I'll get out the car. What is going on? I'm procrastinating. So procrastination stops us becoming the person we want to be. There we have it. Procrastination helps fuel and feed anxiety, so we can't feel how we want to be. So let me know, have you got any tips for overcoming procrastination? Is it the 1, 2, 3, do it? Is it writing a to-do list, but really small bite-sized chunks, that won't overface you? Is it maybe rewarding yourself? Get that task done, get that done, and I'll have a chocolate bar. I'll watch TV. I'll go on my phone. Do we have to play like we're almost children and reward ourselves with motivation and reward? What's your tips to overcome procrastination? So yeah, I think procrastination is a huge topic for many of us. ADHD, I will do an episode about that, but we're all on some sort of a spectrum anyway. Maybe we're here, we've all got different traits on the spectrum, but I got misdiagnosed with ADHD, and I got anti-anxiety tablets, depression tablets. It wasn't that, I needed ADHD medication. So that'll be for another episode anyway. So thank you for joining Life with Paul M. As always, thank you for your time. If that's you that procrastinates, or if it's somebody that procrastinates and they need a bit of an electric bolt up the backside, then maybe let them know about this episode. And like I say, share your thoughts, share your tips. I want this to be our channel. I want us all to learn from one another. And I'm going to go and procrastinate on something that I'm now going to try and put off before I might do it, if that makes sense. Well, thanks very much for now. All the best.